Has FIFA crossed the line that football may never recover from? The organization that governs the world's biggest sport wants outside investors to own a stake in the commercial business behind the World Cup. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has unveiled plans for a new company called FIFA Forward Enterprise. It would manage FIFA's tournaments and control the commercial rights to future men's and women's World Cups, a business reportedly valued at around $20 billion. FIFA said US venture capital firm Thrive Eternal are leading the investor group. It's headed by Josh Kushner, the brother of US President Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. Potential investors will only be able to buy into FIFA events with Thrive Eternal. FIFA insists the move would generate more money for football. It says additional revenue would be reinvested into infrastructure, coaching, grassroots development, and national teams, while FIFA would retain majority control of the new company. But critics, football associations, and fans argue the proposal risks turning the sport's greatest tournaments into a financial asset designed to maximize returns for private investors.
Now, a lot of people, including myself, are very angry about this because it literally feels like FIFA is selling the soul of football. The idea of football being sold off like financial stock isn't really appealing. And on top of that, you have the issue that private investors will only care about profit.
Opponents say once private investors enter the business, profits will inevitably become the priority. That could mean even more tournaments, an increasingly congested football calendar, and greater physical demands on players, all in pursuit of higher commercial returns. The proposal is expected to go before FIFA's 211 member associations for a vote later in September. FIFA needs only a simple majority for the plan to pass. Unlike many international organizations, every member association has one vote, regardless of the size or commercial value of its football market. According to reports, associations supporting the proposal could receive up to $40 million in additional funding. Those voting against would reportedly receive only around a quarter of that amount. Critics argue the funding structure creates a powerful financial incentive to back the proposal, particularly for smaller associations that depend heavily on FIFA funding.
Very cruel critics would argue that this is basically the definition of buying votes.
So what's in it for Infantino? Current term limits mean he is expected to leave the FIFA presidency in 2031. Reports suggest he could then move into a senior leadership role overseeing FIFA Forward Enterprise, potentially with a far more lucrative compensation package than his current position. That prospect has only fueled accusations that the project serves FIFA's leadership as much as or even more than it serves football. Meanwhile, Europe's governing football body UEFA has emerged as one of the proposal's strongest opponents. In a sharply worded statement, UEFA said the soul and governance of football are not FIFA's to sell. Although UEFA represents only 55 of FIFA's 211 voting members, European nations generate well over half of World Cup revenue and include many of the tournament's biggest teams and commercial markets. That is why the unprecedented decision by UEFA members to boycott all future FIFA tournaments is sending shockwaves through the sport.
We might have just watched the last ever World Cup. Our beautiful sport is being taken away from the fans because of money from the higher up.
For opponents, this debate is about far more than investment. It is about who should control football's biggest tournaments and whether the World Cup can truly belong to supporters once private investors own a share of its commercial future.